Welcome to Europe Hotel School London. Today, we are looking at hotel finance for general managers. A hotel property functions as a dynamic financial system. To manage it effectively, you have to look past the physical asset and understand the interlocking streams that generate capital. Room revenue is the foundational income stream. It's the primary cash flow, making the operation viable. Once set, secondary streams build upon it. Food and beverage, spa, and recreation act as ancillary generators, capturing additional spending within the ecosystem. A general manager's first task is to rigorously analyze these different streams. By calculating the specific percentage that each department contributes to the total revenue, a manager can determine exactly where to direct their focus and resources. Mapping and maximizing this revenue matrix is the prerequisite for managing the rest of the hotel's operation.
A hotel's financial health requires significant investment, creating a constant counterweight to the hotel's income. Within this ecosystem, labor costs represent the single largest expense. Because the hospitality model is built on service, a high percentage of capital must be allocated to human labor to maintain the standards guests expect. This makes it mandatory for the general manager to review labor expenses on a regular, scheduled basis. Managing these costs does not mean simply reducing headcount. It means aligning staff levels precisely with guest demand to ensure the hotel is neither overstaffed nor underperforming. While revenue can be volatile, labor costs apply constant downward pressure on the bottom line. A hotel's baseline profitability relies on the general manager's ability to balance this dynamic income against the heavy, often rigid weight of the payroll. A hotel's financial health shifts constantly. Occupancy rates and market prices change by the day. To monitor these shifts, managers employ a specific operational feedback loop. This begins with the approved forecast, which serves as the target for the hotel's performance based on expected market conditions. That forecast is compared directly against the actual budget, the data showing what the property is actually spending and earning in real time. Regular, systemic comparison between these two datasets is a core requirement of the job. When those lines split, it reveals a trend that requires attention. Emerging revenue trends serve as indicators of shifting market demand, showing whether the hotel's sales strategy is hitting its mark. Conversely, emerging cost trends point toward operational leaks or inefficiencies that need to be tightened. Tracking these specific trends provides a diagnostic for assessing the hotel's overall health. Identifying these divergences early allows the manager to make corrections before a minor budget gap becomes a significant shortfall. The general manager acts as the interpreter of this data, turning numbers into a clear picture of the hotel's performance. This analysis is what transforms raw operational data into a strategy for maintaining profitability. Data shows where the problems are, but fixing them requires changing the physical operations of the property. There is a demonstrable link between a hotel's financial performance and the quality of the guest experience. When guest satisfaction increases, revenue often follows, as these two metrics reinforce one another over time. To protect the bottom line, the general manager must constantly look for new operational efficiencies. Modern technologies can help achieve this, streamlining everything from check-in to inventory management. Auditing physical processes like housekeeping workflows or food service logistics also contributes to cost reduction. However, these changes cannot be implemented by the general manager in isolation. The department heads are the execution layer of the hotel. Strategic goals only succeed when they are carried out through close collaboration with these department leaders. Financial strategy is only as effective as the daily operations it informs. Beyond the internal operations, the manager must also respond to external market forces. Raw data is required to analyze and drive the hotel's sales and marketing efforts. This data allows the general manager to move past guesswork and make informed decisions about how to position the property. In a competitive market, maintaining the hotel's distinct selling points is critical for attracting guests. Data helps the hotel communicate with its specific target market, ensuring marketing budgets are spent effectively. Because the market is constantly evolving, this positioning requires continuous adjustment based on new information. Applied data analysis transforms passive advertising into a targeted tool for generating revenue. Even a well-optimized hotel remains vulnerable to external shocks and sudden market shifts. Managers must develop contingency plans to address these setbacks before they occur.
A critical part of this protection is the management of the hotel's online reputation. A negative shift in public perception can immediately degrade revenue forecasts by discouraging future bookings. Additionally, hotels must navigate a complex web of legal stipulations governing every aspect of the business. Proactive awareness of these laws creates a protective perimeter around the operation, helping to avoid costly legal or financial friction. The successful general manager acts as a strategic coordinator, balancing revenue analysis, human operations, and risk management to maintain the hotel's financial health.